Yo, what is going on, guys? Your shredded brother from another mother. And today I got the science-backed best lower chest workout for you guys. I'm gonna give you the full lower chest workout. It's gonna be very scientific. I know you guys want that chiseled and defined lower chest cup because the problem is most of you guys are storing a lot of fat on the lower portion of your chest and your abdomen. So this is gonna really define and chisel out that lower chest. No, you can't spot reduce fat loss, but what this workout is gonna do is it's going to sculpt and chisel these lower chest muscle fibers. Now, a video 2 weeks ago really took off for me. Really excited about it. It's got almost 400,000 views on how to get the outer chest line. Now, anytime a video takes off, it goes semi-viral in fitness, it brings on a ton of fans and a ton of haters and a ton of people claiming that I'm a bro scientist. So, I'm gonna break this down extremely scientifically, and this is a shout out to all the haters who continue to help me take my content to the next level. Now,
you ain't got no gains. You ain't lift no weights.
so the PEC Major muscle is a two-headed monster. So we have the clavicular head, which is not what we're going to be talking about in this video, and we have the sternal head, which is going to be a portion of the lower chest. Now, understanding how to activate the lower chest, because I know you guys are like, oh, you can just do bench press, oh, you can just do push-ups, and you're going to get the lower chest cup, you're going to get the outer chest line. That's not entirely true. Now, while you do work all of your PEC Major, we can do certain movements that can maximize the muscle fiber recruitment in our lower chest. Now, looking at the sternal head of the PEC Major, notice how the muscle fibers are running in three different directions. So we have the top portion of the muscle fibers are running downward. So let's think about this. The top muscle fibers are running downward. So to activate the downward muscle fibers, how do we work on our upper chest more? We do motions where our hands are going upwards. Just do this right here, do the cable fly right here, and you're gonna activate more of this. Now we have another set of muscle fibers down the middle that are kind of just going right across the side. So if you're just doing like the flat bench press or the flat dumbbell bench press, you're gonna hit more of these center muscle fibers. Now, the way we maximize the recruitment of the lower chest muscle fibers, give you guys a science-backed best lower chest workout is, see these muscle fibers down here on the very lower portion of the chest, that little third section, how all the muscle fibers are going up? So in order to maximize the recruitment of these little muscle fibers on the lower chest going up, what we're gonna do is we're gonna focus our movements going down. So instead of going up and increasing the activation right here, we're gonna find movements where we're pressing down because these muscle fibers are going up. It's gonna give us better activation. So if you wanna break this down into another example, it's gonna be a lot about where our hands and our arms are placed. So think about this. We have the decline, the flat, and the incline bench press. So think about if you were to stand up, how your arms would be at the end of the movement on all of them. So we have the incline bench press. If you're standing up, if you get up from an incline bench press position, your hands are gonna be up here. If you're on a flat bench press, your hands are gonna be right here. And if you get up, even though your hands look like they're straight on the decline bench press, your hands are gonna be more facing down, your hands and arms angled down. So let's get into the 7 best science-backed exercises that are gonna activate those lower chest muscle fibers, taking in all of this science and applying it to the exercises. One quick reminder, every single Sunday and sometimes Sunday and Monday, I'm gonna have an incredible chest training video for you. We're gonna break down so many different exercises for the lower, mid, and upper chest. I'm gonna give you guys the kitchen sink on any possible exercise that you can do in your chest routine over the next month. So make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell if this is your first time on the channel. The first exercise, we got the decline dumbbell bench press. Now, so many of you guys are blasting me in the comments about wearing workout gloves. So right before I got done filming this, I was doing super heavy shrugs, really heavy dumbbell bench press, and the bar is really thick. It just helps me go heavier wearing gloves. I forget to take them off, and you guys claim that I'm wearing bitch mittens and all this nonsense. So you guys can say what you want, but they help me lift heavier weight. Now, the decline dumbbell bench press is something that's gonna really help activate that lower chest. Now, I like starting off with a compound exercise, and I really like the dumbbell variation as opposed to the barbell variation, because what it allows you to do is really focus on not So think about doing an incline bench press, how your hands are kind of ending here. Even though we're already on a decline position, think about making sure that your hands stay right over your upper abdomen and lower chest on this. So I'm really focusing mind-muscle connection on ending the movement right here and getting a little squeeze at the end. So even on a decline press, you can take activation off of the lower chest if you're coming too high on it. So focus on keeping those elbows in nice and tight. You're going down slow and controlled, keeping your elbows in, and then squeeze out. And as you squeeze out, the bar should be right over your upper sternum, lower chest area. So I want you guys to go 4 total sets, 6 to 10 repetition range, and really focus on progressive overload. Next up, we got the dumbbell decline fly. Now this one, once again, focus on where you're ending the movement. A little trick that you can do, honestly, is like bring these little, bring your pinky finger on both sides, kind of like bring them together and touch with your hands right over the lower chest, upper abdomen area. So this is an exercise you want to make sure that you really be careful and you don't go too heavy. You're not yanking your shoulder back into it. You're focusing on mind-muscle connection and really focus on the contraction. I really think this is one of the exercises where it's not really about the weight. It's more about how you control the weight through the specific muscle that you're trying to work and how you really activate that mind-muscle connection. So I would recommend going 12 to 15 rep range on this exercise. Go, 3-4 sets. Recommend doing it right after the dumbbell decline bench press, so you have a little lower chest pump. So I noticed when I have a pump already, it's much easier for me to transition into the shapers and activate that muscle. So 3 sets, 12 to 15 reps, and now let's get into the advanced stuff. Next up, using the cable machine is by far and away my favorite way to actually feel the activation in my lower chest. So I'm gonna show you guys 2 different variations. The first one is more traditional. So we're starting off with our hands kind of like, I would say below our chin. I would say almost you're starting towards where your upper chest, the clavicular head of the pec is, and you're focusing on going down at a nice angle. So remember, those lower chest muscle fibers are going up, we wanna go down. So this is a shaper, so I want you guys to not really go heavy on this, but focus on the mind-muscle connection. You should be at failure right in the 12 to 15 repetition range. So I want you guys to go 4 total sets of this, and then this is going to transition into a second variation. So the 4th exercise is an advanced variation that I actually feel even more activation almost across the center of my chest and in the lower portion of my chest, which obviously is what the workout's all about. So this is the 4th exercise. I know I've showed you guys this where you're kind of like just crisscrossing your hands like this using the cable. This one is like you're coming up a little bit and then you're focusing the squeeze and going down. So it's like a slight come up right here and then down, slight come up, and then crisscross every single time. So as you can see, my hands, my thumbs are crisscrossing in a different direction every time. So left over right, right over left. I'm coming up a tiny bit. I'm not all the way up here. It's like a slight come up, and then I'm crossing here. Slight come up, cross here. So this one, it just blasts the lower chest, and I would say pick and choose the exercises that you feel the most activation. If one of these, everyone has long arms, medium arms, short arms. For me, I have really long arms, so it's sometimes hard for me to feel the activation in my chest doing traditional exercises. So if you feel more activation on this, just do 6 or 7 sets of this and eliminate the ones that you don't feel as much on. So with this one, I really feel it. So I did 5 sets of this on my lower chest workout. Let me know in the comments below which ones that you feel the most activation on. Next up is a mass builder of the PEC Major, but really great for working the lower chest because once again, remember the lower chest muscle fibers are going up. We want to press down. Now think of the compound movement, an extreme angle on which you're pressing down is the weighted dip. Now, if you guys aren't strong enough to do a weighted dip, obviously you can just do body weight dips. Once you get to, I would say 12 repetitions on body weight, I would say like use a weight belt or put weight between your feet. Even if you start off with 10, you want to add as much resistance as possible to really maximize the muscle recruitment in that chest. So go fairly heavy on this, 6 to 10 repetition range. Make sure you're going down at least to like 90 degrees. So, I see a lot of people kind of half repping the weighted dip. Make sure you go down where your elbows are bent to at least 90 degrees. 3 total sets in the 6 to 10 repetition range. A great way to finish the lower chest workout would be to do 100 to 200 incline push-ups. Now, I'm gonna show you 2 variations. You could do one where your hands are a little bit closer. Obviously, you're gonna hit the triceps a little bit more, but you will hit that lower chest. And you could do another with your hands like right outside, I would say right actually inside, shoulder width apart. And you could just pick any single object or bench at your gym and just rep out a bunch of incline push-ups. Now, contrary to popular belief, it's the decline push-up that works the upper chest and the incline push-up that's going to work the lower chest, because once again, think about your hands leaving the position of an incline push-up. Where are your hands? Where are your arms? They're pointed down. They're not like this. They're not like this. They're like this. So we want to maximize, once again, those muscle fibers going up with our hands and arms in a downward position. So I would say play around with this. What really grew my chest back when I was in college is I used to do like 200 push-ups at the very end of my chest workouts. And my friend and I, we'd go back and forth, we'd push ourselves, we'd go till failure. He would go, I would go. It's a great way just to get more metabolic stress on the muscle, because remember, there is mechanical overload, which is basically progressive overload, lifting more weight. And then there's the metabolic stress. There's 3 main ways that we can build muscle. Metabolic stress is number 2. That's just maximizing the time under tension right on that muscle. So doing an exercise like push-ups, most of you guys can probably do 20 or 30 in a row. And with the incline push-up, we're hitting the lower chest more. It's a great way to sculpt and chisel and get that lower chest cup. So I really hope you guys enjoyed the best science-backed lower chest video. I'm gonna have more lower chest videos. I'm gonna have more upper chest videos. We are gonna tackle chest training over the next month on this channel. So make sure you guys subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'm on my way to get a haircut. It is Saturday night. You guys are gonna see this video in about 24 hours. I'm gonna try to upload this on Sunday evening, so everyone can basically see it before their chest workout. If you live in Australia or overseas, hopefully you'll see it Monday morning. Everyone in the US will see it Sunday night. So I got so many videos on the way. I'm gonna be doing a few more community polls, trying to figure out exactly what type of content you guys want. So thank you so much for watching. I am off to get a haircut and have a fun Saturday night. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend, and I will see you on the next video.